Hi, my name is Amanda Rocha. I'm an estate planning and probate attorney in California, and today I want to talk to you about California's laws surrounding transferring firearms in your trust. Before I get into that, I want to give you a way to reach out and ask questions if you have any. You can find me on my website, www.amandarocalaw.com. You can find me on social media at Amanda Rocha Law, or you can comment down below if this platform allows you to do that. So before I jump into this, I want to give a disclaimer that firearms are something that are a hot button issue for a lot of people. And so if you have an estate plan or you're thinking of creating an estate plan, you should definitely discuss this ahead of time with your family, because some people within the same family have different views as to whether or not they want to even be in possession of a firearm or left one in an inheritance. So with that disclaimer, this is a hairy area of the law with a lot of details, so I'm just going to give you the basics. Reach out to an estate planning attorney with specific questions. Everyone's situation is unique. No one estate plan is the same. So let's just jump into it. In order for your firearm to be transferred in your estate plan, it has to first be a firearm that's allowed in California. So if you own property in multiple states and you own firearms in, let's say, Nevada, and your primary residence is California, you're going to need to speak to an attorney in the state in which your firearm is located to discuss how to pass that on there, because the rules vary widely throughout the state. So this is California only. So if you're going to pass a firearm in your California trust to beneficiaries, first it has to be a gun that is registered and allowed in California. Obviously, if it's registered here, you don't have to worry about that. But if it's a new gun or one you've transferred in from another state, you need to follow state guidelines on transferring weapons and registering them. The person who is going to receive your firearm must be of legal age to receive it when it's passed along to them. So for most firearms, that's 18. For handguns, that's 21 right now in 2021. This is subject to change. And the person receiving it must have the requisite mental capacity to be able to be a gun owner. So they have to have no felonies, no history of domestic abuse, no history of substance abuse, and obviously meet the basic mental capacity. Next, you can transfer firearms between certain family members without being a licensed firearm dealer in California, but if you're going to transfer a firearm to someone who is not a parent or your child or a grandparent and grandchild, then you'll need to go through a firearms dealer, or you need to obtain a special license to do that. So for the sake of this, I'm assuming for this video that you are a parent passing this along to your child, or a grandparent going to a grandchild. In that case, you don't have to be a licensed firearms dealer to pass it along. The person inheriting the weapon, the firearm, does have to have the license to use it when they inherit it, and they have to have a safety certificate through the state of California. And they need to be also living in this state. If you are passing a firearm to someone who lives outside of the state, again, you need to consult with estate planning attorneys in both states to make sure that what you're doing is up to snuff, especially if these firearms are going to be traveling through state lines that are very specific laws that you must follow. It's very easy to get arrested for a mistake here, and that's just something nobody wants. So the person who inherits this firearm needs to obtain a report of operation of law or an intrafamiliar transfer transaction report, submit it to the California Department of Justice with a check, And you can do this up to 5 times a year. So you can do it prior to passing away if you don't pass it through your trust. Let's say you've got multiple firearms and you want to kind of gift them throughout your lifetime. You can do that. Just be aware, if you have high value firearms, you are subject to gift tax if you're gifting someone more than $15,000 worth of items in one calendar year. If you have any very specific questions, please contact an estate planning or firearms attorney, even if there is one that you know of. But you can contact me for questions. I love to help educate people on all issues that I have a little knowledge or a lot of knowledge in. So you can find me, like I mentioned before, on my website, www.amandarocalaw.com. You can find me through my social media accounts at Amanda Rocha Law, or you can comment down below if this platform allows you to do that. Thank you.